we are at this beautiful place for episode 8 of
Beer Talk.
We're recording live tonight in front of this studio audience.
Applause.
Oh, that felt wonderful. Okay, so last night we didn't get through everything in episode 7 because we had so much to talk about. So we're going to go back to yesterday, Mike.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yesterday we left Post Hotel in the morning to head up to
the Dolomites.
Yes. So somebody jump in on what the morning looked like.
Fog.
The morning was nice in Brunico.
Yeah. The morning was nice and
optimistic departure. Yeah.
And then we did the mountains. We drove around a whole bunch of different peaks and 5,000 hairpin turns. Poor bus driver was going crazy, but it was wonderful, beautiful.
Toughest job. His job, driving that bus on hairpin turns.
It was pretty amazing.
So if you pulled the road straight, how far do you think we went?
Oh, at least
2,000 miles.
maybe 2,000 easily.
And by the crow, about 14.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to the top of the mountain, and we're all excited. We come out, the sun is shining, and there's some fog on parts of it. And yes, we were taught that it's fog, not clouds, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So we got a glimpse of the mountain here, and a glimpse of the mountain here, and fog, glimpse. And then all of a sudden it just kind of...
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. I mean, the Dolomites are some of the most dramatic mountains I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Sharp, jagged limestone mountains as opposed to granite. It was amazing.
It was, and in spite of the fog, especially, some of the areas you go and you look down, and you could, we were way up there.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
How high were we?
What was the trivia answer to that height question?
2,950
yeah.
2,950 meters.
Yes. We headed back down the mountain,
Yeah.
and down the mountain, and down the mountain, and ended up at this nice place for lunch. Somebody jump in about lunch.
We had to be Ubered up there, or taxied up, because
Bus could not make it.
it's as good as he is driving that bus. They were much too narrow. The road was much too narrow.
It looked like where Heidi would have lived.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
If Heidi was 800 years
800
old.
years ago.
The house originated apparently about 800
Yes.
years ago is when they got the first records of it from the 1200s sometime. And it's still in the family. It's been in the family for 500 years
Could
or
you
more.
imagine holding on to something
they
for
had
500
the
years?
special
in the family?
plaque
Yeah.
at the front door.
That's right. They
Yeah.
had the plaque. So this family made us this wonderful lunch.
Barley soup.
That was great
Yeah.
It
soup.
really was. Yeah. Smoked meat in it. It was,
Yeah.
it was
And the
terrific.
best apple strudel we've had.
We
Homemade
voted it
apple
number
strudel.
1 apple strudel in the peaks of Europe.
Here.
Here.
Apple strudel.
Here's the apple
So-
strudel.
Here.
What was the pastry thing that we had with the soup? What was it? A dumpling or what was they called?
Sauerkraut or spinach and spinach
Very
fritters.
light.
Fritters.
Fritters.
I think of fritters as being greasy, though. I mean, these were real light and
Yeah,
fluffy.
Yeah.
crispy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Croissant.
Yeah,
almost.
that was delicious.
So much for the culinary moment. As you can tell, we're not all over this yet.
We'll put this in for the ladies.
Yeah.
Culinary moment.
Yeah. So we came back down, got to our hotel, and everybody kind of went different directions, but to the same place for dinner, didn't they? Where'd you guys end up going?
Wonderful pizza place called Der Keller.
Dear Color. Is
The
that where
cellar.
we?
Yeah.
No, we went to Corso.
Right across the street.
Across the
Yeah.
street.
And you guys went to
We went to a sushi place behind the hotel.
Italian sushi?
Sushi. Yeah.
Oh,
Sushi.
Good pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wood-fired Italian
caprese
pizza.
salad.
Did you guys visit the castle up on the hill in Brunico?
Yeah.
That place was really cool too. The inside was apparently privately owned by this mountaineering guide that had amassed some crazy amount of wealth and has dedicated it to like passion of the mountains and the outdoors, and so there's like 4 or 5 different stories, all of different continents of like mountain culture, which was really cool. So they had stuff from like Nepal and Asia and Africa and like everywhere in there. It was
Wow.
really cool.
So he's a guide? Is that what he does?
He was like a mountain climber and a guide. Yeah.
He's one of the first, if not the first, to go up Everest without oxygen.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
It's holding your breath for a long time.
Well, it's 30%. Everest is 30% oxygen.
I didn't realize you could
Yeah.
get rich
How do you
doing
survive with that?
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't either.
Very
Whatever.
few people can, yeah.
Yeah.
He sold life insurance at the base of Everest.
That's where he made his money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this morning, we got up, got off, and
Very early, to
yeah.
my
very,
wife's
yeah,
chagrin. Our earliest
and
departure.
had our bags out the, to get down to the bus. So we're on to a new place, and that's where we are here. Anybody want to take a stab at describing this place?
It's kind of like the house where The Sound of Music was filmed.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a mansion with elaborate rooms and can't read that.
It's the Villa Condamare that was, I think, initially put together in 1740s.
I think what our live studio audience is trying to say is, what did we do before we got here?
Yeah, because on the bus ride, we kind of stopped at a couple
Sometimes we just
places.
back up. Sometimes just back up.
Yep.
We'll
It says it has to
back
be
up.
in order of
Yeah,
time.
after our early morning start, we stopped in Cortina, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going to be one of the next Winter
Great
Olympic
memory.
venues.
Yeah, good,
2026
Yeah.
Olympics.
And it's
in
under
Italy.
construction and will
Yes.
be.
And they're
Yeah.
apparently behind on the construction, according to our guide.
I mean, yeah, it didn't look like they were ready to host an Olympics
No,
in 2
Well, it
years.
has to be done.
Milan is doing some. Innsbruck is going to
Yeah.
do the ski jump. It's a regional.
Photo
Olympics.
bomb. It's Lily.
Yeah, and so short stop in Cortina, and then we got back in the bus, and then we went to the Prosecco tasting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
Prosecco
second.
winery.
Was there anything in between there and the Prosecco? No?
The
Okay.
driveway, there
So
were a
go
lot of
ahead and talk
people
about that.
There were a lot of naps being taken between.
We did vote against the comfort stop. We just wanted to get to the
Yes.
Prosecco's.
Yeah.
We did stop for some beautiful views of the Three Peaks of
Right.
the
we
Dolomites.
did,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
We
yeah,
entered
that
the
was
Dolomites.
really
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Great photos. And hopefully Peter can splice those into this.
Well, here's a shot of the group shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the whole gang. And we were able to take this group shot at the
Three Peaks.
Three Peaks.
Prosecco,
Peaks.
Dolomiti, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We got to
To the winery.
the winery and had a lovely lunch.
Cheese, bread, jam, and little.
Couscous vegetable dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Vegetable.
Yeah.
I ate it. I didn't know what it was. So I ate it.
Yeah,
I
well,
often do that.
Like I said, the culinary moment.
Yes.
And we had
Other
people were eating
three
it, no
different
one's falling
types.
down.
Three different types. The
Nobody got
brut,
hurt.
the
The
dry brut, and the rosé.
It was all good.
They're going back.
I don't
We're
know.
not complaining.
I just drank it.
yeah, it was good.
And then there was that dessert as well, or the
Those
little
were
crisp.
good.
Crisp,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
Yeah,
crisp.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
And then the fella said, "The tour is over. The bus is waiting for you."
But the other aspect of that place, it had some magnificent art.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there was some
Dispersed in
amazing art.
sculpture and
Oh.
paintings and
Yeah.
whatever at times. You weren't quite sure what you were looking at.
And
But it was
unique in the
very
space
artistic,
of Prosecco as well, right?
Yeah.
What was it? It was a
DOCG.
DOCG land rather than a DOC land. So
What's that stand for?
I don't know. I know the G is guaranteed.
And the C is cool.
And the D is
So
don't
it's
do
like
it.
really high quality, cool, guaranteed.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was good though.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
It's
the chameleon.
logo that they had everywhere there. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Somebody said it was a iguana. I knew that wasn't an iguana. So it was a chameleon.
it was
Yeah,
a
it was a
chameleon.
chameleon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so the first two
Okay.
Proseccos we had was Cum and then Elian was like the
Chameleon. Okay.
Go
translated
ahead.
to.
You know you want to do it.
No, I'm
you
not.
Do, you do. Come a chameleon. Come on.
No,
Okay.
I
Yes,
don't
that
know.
was you.
I have no idea what you're talking
Oh, yes.
about.
Yeah.
And then we came here.
Yeah,
And we're here now.
And this,
Thank you, Tim.
And we know who we are.
At this very moment, we're
You
here.
look
How
marvelous.
do we all look?
We all
we
look
look
marvelous. And those legs were made for dancing.
Tim, take a drink.
We need all drink to that.
So we've wandered around the grounds here, it's just absolutely beautiful. The trees out front, 200-year-old trees, just gorgeous. Our rooms have a history to them that is.
You know who stayed in your room?
Yes, Ronald Reagan.
And Elizabeth Taylor stayed in mine.
Yeah.
Giuseppe Verde was in my room. He
What?
might still be there for all I know.
And ours will be
out
known
tonight.
as the room that Glenda and Jeff Burkett stayed in.
Yeah. They'll be flocking here.
That's with an L, right?
Can we get room number 4? We hear that's is that what I don't know.
I'm just glad we're doing beer talk and not pool talk. 'Cause
Yeah, the
that-
pool
that-
is a little
that-
grungy.
Well, it's
needs
cold.
a little work.
It's cold. It's got
Yeah,
stuff
cold
in
is
it.
just part of the problem.
Now, the one thing that is here is the fact that they do not have elevators. And some of us are on the, I would call it the 1.5 floor, because it really is
1.5
up several
stories.
flights
Yeah.
up.
That's true.
And how high are the friggin' ceilings here? So one story is
Yeah.
massively high, and we're on up above that, and I saw the poor guy lugging all our heavy luggage up there.
He was struggling.
Yeah.
And the steps are interesting because they're marble and they've been worn by
Yes.
400 years of use.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
And they're a little uneven, but
Yeah.
we made it. We're
So
good.
are we.
We've had-
I'm trying to think. Did we get to any cathedrals today?
Yes, we did.
And how was it, Jerry?
It was. This one was well, I want to say half-assed. I want to say it was pretty cool as well. So this is obviously another Catholic area. So
That's right. In Cortina, we saw one.
yeah,
That's true.
and we did.
And it was
we were
nice.
Cortina. Some of
Yeah, it
us
was
went into the
beautiful.
one on the
Yeah,
side.
Yeah, I did.
It was very
nice.
nice.
It
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
So tomorrow morning we're going to be parting ways. Some of us are going on with a Dolomite hiking tour of our own. You guys are heading to
Florence.
Florence,
Going to be in Tuscany,
Florence.
the countryside, for a couple days.
and you are taking Cammie with you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Cammie and I
Yeah.
is the collective we here.
Yeah. Okay.
Your wife. Your wife.
It's a dubious look now. I don't know.
And
We are returning home. Overnight flight to Chicago.
yeah, okay.
Overnight.
How many hours
To work the next day.
do you work? Oh my goodness.
Well, it was really nice meeting you guys and getting to know you over the tour, and for you joining us here on
Beer talk.
Here's a shot of our live studio audience.